Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Dom here. Uh, Yesterday was a pretty deep subject that I was talking about, or not me necessarily, but somebody from another country that talked to me about and to a group about. When you're watching a video on YouTube, internet access, you have a computer, you have all that stuff. We're richer than most countries. It's amazing. It's amazing how some countries don't have internet access. The person that I basically was learning from yesterday was somebody from North Korea. Uh, she's Canadian, missionary, and it's amazing how that in North Korea they don't have all these resources. North Korea is really behind in technology, and not South Korea, but North Korea. I learned that in North Korea, basically, they don't have internet, they don't have access to websites because of a block. Now, this is just the information that I got from her, and it's really surprising how most people think that most of the countries have access to internet, but some countries don't. I mean, it's probably not just North Korea, it's probably other countries that we don't know about. It could be like Lebanon or Pakistan or Indonesia or Kyrgyzstan or any other country that I could list off the top of my head that may not be ahead in the times. But when I learned about North Korea and how it basically thrives off the government and how the government there is just man-made, how things there are simple, but it just feels like they're not free. And it made me think about what I have here. I have three different cameras, a computer, a tablet, a phone that all connect to the internet. It's amazing how much we have and think that we don't have a lot. North America, I would say now, is like one of the richest countries of the world. Even the poor people here are rich because they have access to services, especially in Canada. Welfare checks. They can get welfare support and not have to do a darn thing about it. While in Korea, North Korea, it's bad. Now, this is just my take on it, and I don't know if this applies to people that are in North Korea right now or anything like that. I don't know any of my subscribers from Korea. I don't know if I have subscribers from Korea, but if I do, I apologize. But I'm just stating something that I've never knew about before. I never learned about this before because I was never introduced to how North Korea works, and this is surprising how North Korea doesn't have what we have sometimes. But at the same time, there's just something that people in North Korea are drawn to, that they just want something out of it. It's unbelievable. And no, I'm not sick. I just woke up and was inspired to make this video. So be thankful for what you have. If any of you are watching this video, you have internet, you have a computer, you're rich. Most people don't. Most people don't have access to internet or funds to buy a computer. Or they probably aren't blessed or uh, like appreciative of the fact that we have all this stuff. I had to buy all my stuff because I saved my money for it. Most people in other countries couldn't do that sort of thing. It just makes you appreciate what you have. If it doesn't, well, then that's you. After what I've learned from my friend, I just appreciate what I have even more. I appreciate that I'm still with my family. I appreciate that I have a computer. I don't need the latest stuff to be content. It was a really big deal yesterday when I learned all that stuff. My schema has expanded. What you don't know what schema is. Schema is like your library in your mind, where if you know a certain topic or thing, like I know YouTube videos, my schema of YouTube will allow me to access like information in my brain about YouTube facts. Like I know how to do search engine optimization, I know how to do chroma keying, I know how to do video editing, I know how to do muzzle flashes, I know how to do special effects, I know how to do all those things. Those things are locked in my mind forever. That's what's called a schema. That's Korean. It's amazing what you learn from people that have been to different parts of the world. Now, I made this video just to tell you, be thankful for what you have. Appreciate the fact that if you have a job, you're very well off than most people in the countries that get paid $1 a day. Some people dig ditches for a living, and some people are forced to be soldiers. Men and women are forced to be soldiers. In America, most of the men and women volunteer or they gladly defend their country. But in North Korea, if somebody doesn't want to go to war, they're not given a choice. And this is just from my knowledge. It may not necessarily be true. There might be a different process to it. Or if somebody lived in North Korea, they would understand it better than I do. But this is just what I learned. So please don't make this information, don't quote me on this stuff. This is just from what I learned. So that's it. The main lesson here. And actually, I challenge you to do an inventory of what things you have. Tally up what you have in your home and see if you feel rich. If you have a laptop, if you have a tablet, you have a smartphone, you have a roof, you have a car, you have a job, you're rich. If you don't have a job and you still have all those things, you're still rich. You're richer than you think, YouTube. And if you're watching this, we're all rich. But most of the people that aren't able to watch this can't afford it. Or the country tells them not to do it. So be thankful for what you have. Because somewhere out there, there's a place in the world that is not quite there yet.